Hey guys, happy Friday. Happy, is it Good Friday? Bank holiday weekend. We've got Monday off as well. It's going to be a good productive weekend, I think. And you have to be productive. I went to the gym last night and I got out about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I just thought, I felt better after it. And I was just like, it's a nice little quiet walk back from the gym, maybe a 10-minute walk. It's not far at all. You have to sort of go round, and that's what adds the time. But I was thinking to myself, it's a nice walk back. I get ambushed by the local stray cat. I nicknamed her Protein, and I feed her Dreamies. But it's just quiet. I didn't see a single person on the walk back. But so like when I'm at the gym, everyone else is sleeping, sort of thing, or getting pissed up or something. So I kind of like her. And the gyms are nice, and I basically got the whole gym to myself. So it's kind of good. What we're talking about today, we aren't actually talking about going on the attack while people are sleeping. That is called going on the attack. There's another video that I talk about that. So give up. So this is, don't become emotionally attached to things. So I've lost a business. I've sort of undercharged things for promises, and it hasn't worked up. And it's sort of like people really dwell on these things, and it's still I feel like I've done cheaper jobs for people, really cheaper jobs for people to be their supplier, and then I see them on Instagram with their own merch and stuff, and I'm like, oh, they've gone elsewhere, the whole deal. But again, I didn't have any in writing, so it's my own fault. Again, you learn from that, don't you? So just eat the ashes, and always smile. I think that smiling is quite powerful. There's part of me that wants to talk to these people and go, look, I've got a grievance with you guys. But then also, how do you look at it as a business? That can't be a good business approach to it. Like, I'll go, look, like, I need to sign contracts with you. If you ever want to do anything properly, give me a shout, you know what I mean? And that's what it would have to be in the future. So, again, took it L, but you learn. I know it's cliche, but it's true, innit? It's true. And you can't go, oh, this person bumped me, and I'm never working. You can't do that, because then you're not in it for the business, are you? You're in it for ego. But yeah, so don't, like, if a business fails or if it doesn't fail, with the book The Dip that we spoke about in previous videos, give up and start again. Eat the ashes. Like, don't go, oh no, this is my baby. It's not. It's an inanimate. It's an inanimate. Business, but then you can say it's a living, breathing environment. I need to, maybe that conflicts a little bit. Look, it's a business. It's what you put into it, isn't it? But people are too proud to end something, and they kind of double down. It's the gambling double. If you keep doubling down, eventually you're going to make it back. And life's too short to kind of just hold on to something that's going sideways forever. Sideways can be healthy if you're figuring it out, but if it's sideways forever, perhaps that's a sign to kind of not do it anymore. And again, people are proud. They're like, oh no, I started this, and but then I also clash with myself, because I think persistence is probably the main bringer of like business. But again, if you do want to continue with what you're doing, you need to probably take a step back and think about it. But otherwise, if it's making you pennies, you're just wasting your time, aren't you? You need to maybe rejig or give up. That's the. But yeah, don't be ashamed to say this ain't worked. I'm going to step away, or I'm going to step back and reapproach it and really trim down and rebuild the foundations. There's another thing I want to talk about, like procrastination. Whenever I find I'm procrastinating, I always go to the gym, and the gym, I catch up with my news, I catch up with a bit of brain rot, and I catch up with like Twitter. I love my Twitter, and but I do that on a treadmill. So like that efficiency of having like doing it, oh yeah, I am procrastinating, but I'm also working out. So mind, body, and soul. I'm doing my mind and my body, and finding out what the news is in the world. All the printers kicking off. I call it the lookout tower. You got to see in your house analogy, which I will draw the house analogy of having a firm HQ. Some people call it the four legs of the table. I will talk about that more in another video. You need a lookout tower, and catching up on news and stuff, you can sort of figure out where the world's going. And it's not looking good, but I don't have any answers here of investment reasons. I'm just going to keep investing in myself. I do have a couple of little investments here and there, but it's nothing spicy. Just kind of like just a filthy casual, but talking about efficiencies as well, you can listen to audiobooks while you're at the gym, and you can turn every commute into a listening to people better than you. And again, some people don't even think that they think they're peak. They think they're peak with a beer belly, thinking they it's like no. There's people better than you. You should probably listen to them. And a lot of people can't listen. I work with a lot of younger people as well, and I say to them, here's what you need to do. They go, okay. I was like, do you understand what I'm asking you? Yes. And they get it completely wrong. It's not hard. I'm like, it's not hard to do that. I guess this video is a bit about procrastination. So people need to listen. People can't listen. They find it. Got my lemon water. They can't listen because their mind's constantly brain rotting. They're scrolling in their head, and if you're scrolling, you're sleepwalking. So they're sleepwalking. I really like that. If you're scrolling forever, you're just sleepwalking. I really like that visualization in my head. I'm like, oh yeah. There's another reason why I do videos as well. I like a video. I think it's a PewDiePie who said he wants to get rid of shorts, and I get it. And obviously, I've got to be involved because I'm poor. But hopefully I'm not putting out brain rot. I'm just kind of putting out the feelers. The shorts are just kind of little thimbles I'm chucking out to try to catch a bit of rain. I can do daily, and obviously get the algorithm on the side. But yeah, even procrastinating, if you talk about it, like when I was an illustrator in another life, I still am an illustrator, but I haven't illustrated for a while, so that's kind of a strange thing to say. But I used to feel like watching a movie was inspiring, so I used to argue for, if I watched a movie, like I'm not wasting time, I dated a girl at the time as well, and she read like hundreds of books, and I just said to her, when are you writing yours? And she was like, what? And she just couldn't even comprehend that. And I was just like, that's so strange that you read just for entertainment. You don't get inspired and go, oh, this is a great story. I wish I had a protagonist like this, and da 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 da. So, I used to go, I'm watching movies for inspiration. I used to watch some of the Spicy World Cinema ones and stuff, but I think you need to admit to yourself when you're procrastinating. And don't I love a movie, and they can inspire, but if you argue that you can just sit around watching movies and TV, everyone does that. You're not really you're not studying, are you? You're just sitting there absorbing. You're a consumer. You're not a contributor. So, if you are watching a movie and perhaps you want to study the movie, that's different. But, again, that goes into cynicism when you go into, you can't enjoy anything anymore because you look at a film and you think to yourself, this isn't like art anymore. This is something to be deconstructed. So you can kill the joy. So don't go to that level unless you find a way to monetize it and go for it. Like, it's just basically book English literature, but with movies. English literature, you study books, and English literature, but you study movies. So yeah, don't argue to procrastinate. Like procrastination's it happens. So it happens to me. I find if I have a day off and I get up, it takes me a little bit longer to get out of bed because I'll be procrastinating in that early morning. I still feel like if I'm in bed, I'm still in the sleepy zone. So that's my sort of weakness there. And I want to listen to more audiobooks. Just watch the ones on YouTube. I don't have Audible. I don't like any subscription models apart from Adobe. I've got to have the software. Adobe's too good. Bloody hell. And I've been meaning to move over to Affinity for the longest time, but it just hasn't happened. I've got it there in front of me, and I just click Illustrator. Looking at a new place now as well to move all the gear. Quite cheap rent. I messaged the guy saying, any extra fees? Because I knew a guy who works a couple of doors down. And he says there's parking fees, there's service charges. They get you somehow. Eat the ashes. So what were you taking away from this video? We're going to eat the ashes. Don't dwell. Eat the ashes. Take the L. If you're going to procrastinate, try to find something that you can do while you're procrastinating, whether it's something passive that you switch on. For instance, maybe a washing machine. You go, all right, or like dishwasher. You can put on the machinery while you're procrastinating, or I don't know. You know what I mean? Like have something in the background so it's passively working for you, or go to the gym. And try to listen to audiobooks. Audiobooks are very important, and I would love to read again. I fall asleep. I've been watching the same episode of Jujutsu Kaisen for like weeks now. I turn it on and I fall asleep. So I just can't stay awake. I sleep like a baby. I sleep really well, actually. And don't kid yourself. When you're procrastinating, you're procrastinating. When you're studying, you're studying. Don't confuse the two. So that's what we take away. I should have a little ding, ding, ding. What have we learned today? And again, I'm not a millionaire or anything, but I'm going to get there, and I don't have a choice. I'm gonna be okay. And like and subscribe if you want to follow my journey. I'm going to have a video soon where I think I'm going to put a couple of decals on the motorbike. So that'd be quite a sort of moving video of not just sitting here. It'd be actually me like vlogging. So yeah, like and subscribe, guys. All the details to the shop down below. This is my dream. Thank you for supporting. Thank you. Bye-bye.